Turn on my mic. All right, we made it. One more deep one. All the way in, fully in, and let it go. Oh, I guess my YouTube audio is playing all of a sudden. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube and Twitch today. Thank you all for joining on Twitch. Thank you all for joining on YouTube. Some features will work, on others will not. You know, the Twitch emotes are going to work, but on YouTube they shouldn't. Actually, on YouTube you should still be able to see it. Like if I do an Elon Musk meme, let me see if this actually shows up on YouTube. That good ass piranha, baby. Thank you guys for joining. How's everyone doing, man? It's awesome. Well, today we are going to watch the SpaceX Starlink 6 launch. The first batch that SpaceX launched up halfway through of last year actually was just a test batch. And then they went, then sometime after that, they did the first real production batch, and they're up to their 6th now. This booster that is going to be flying up is actually booster number B.1046, I believe. This one's 1051. Sorry, I think the 1046 was the that one was the Dragon in-flight abort booster that exploded. So this one's 1051. Originally flew the last Starlink mission, the first DM1 mission, the demo crew mission, as well as radar sat. I wanted to show you guys something too here because I thought this was really fun. Watch this. Because we're just waiting on SpaceX at this point in time. So, Alexa, explain Starlink.
Starlings are small to medium-sized passerine birds in the family Sternidae. The name Sternidae comes from the Latin word for starling, sternus.
Oh, whoops.
Many Asian species.
That wasn't the right one. Alexa,
minus.
what is Starlink? Or maybe?
Starlink is a satellite constellation being constructed by American company SpaceX to provide satellite
automation
internet access. The constellation will consist of thousands of mass-produced small satellites in low Earth orbit, working in combination with ground transceivers. SpaceX also plans to sell some of the satellites for military, scientific, or exploratory purposes.
Yep. Automation at its finest. I programmed Alexa to say that not 20 minutes ago. So, sweet, man. That's what's up. Those of you who are watching, let me know where you're from in the chat. Hopefully, and give me a thumbs up on YouTube and Twitch if you guys are seeing this okay. So let's see here. So Starlink was actually set for Thursday, the 26th or 25th? The 23rd, sorry. Thursday, tomorrow, the 23rd. But it's actually happening a day earlier, today, the 22nd, due in the next 20 minutes. So we're waiting for SpaceX to go live here, which they probably will go live in the next 5, maybe 8 more minutes from now. So on April 23rd, the launch time goes, let's see here, gets about 20 to 24 minutes earlier per day. That was the update that we got this morning. Let's see here. April 23rd is the backup time, and the launch time gets 20 to 24 minutes earlier per day. That's pretty cool. Static fire completed on April 17th. Payload, again, is 60 Starlink satellite version 1 satellites. And these are around 15,600 kilograms. So it's 60 satellites times 260 kilograms each, just stacked up like a deck of cards. Really massive payload, really heavy, but has been done 6-7 times before from SpaceX. They are reusing these fairings. First fairing they were using didn't touch the water. It actually was caught successfully on Go Miss Tree. And the second fairing they're using actually did splash down, but they are able to reuse that. So today the goal is to use Go Miss Tree and Go Miss Chief to catch the 2 fairings in a net on a boat, which is going to be insane to see. I don't know if they'll be able to cover that live, but they will most likely be posting it on Twitter once it happens. They usually cut the live stream early. We'll see what happens this time around. Let's see. And the vehicle today is Falcon 9 version 1.2 block 5. Core is again 1051. Past flights, like I said, DM1, radar sat constellation, Starlink 3, and then today will be Starlink 4. This will be the 51st landing of the SpaceX boosters in general. Let's see here. Past flights of the fairing was Amos 17, as well as the last Starlink launch. The launch site today is LC-39A, Kennedy Space Center, Florida. And the drone ship is going to be 628 kilometers downrange on Of Course I Still Love You, which they prepped a couple days ago with new they put some new engines on the drone ship, and I think they're prepping to make Of Course I Still Love You fully autonomous, as in no tugboats, no human intervention of any sort. The ship will be programmed to leave the port when it's about 3 or 4 days before the launch, so that it's 628 kilometers downrange, and then to successfully recover the booster from there is, hopefully it'll be able to successfully recover the booster. The octograbber will come out and grab the bottom of the booster to keep it stable with the ground, so its center of mass is under it, because the octograbber is really, really heavy, and it grabs the bottom of the booster and it holds it down to the drone ship, because it stands like eight stories high, 8 or 9 stories high on just a flat ship. So you don't want that tipping over. So they're gonna hopefully make that ship fully autonomous, which would be really crazy. And what do we have here? We have it's 3:10 in Florida right now. Seems like we're good to go for launch. We're just waiting for SpaceX to go live for the official webcast. Again, this is I'm getting like Reddit notifications. The 91st SpaceX launch, 83rd launch of Falcon 9, 6th launch of this year, 2020, 51st landing, 7th Starlink launch in general. This is the 6th production batch. And then this is the 361st to 420th Starlink satellites to be deployed. That's really hard to say. 361st to 420th to 420th Starlink satellites to be deployed. I don't know. You know what I mean. There's technically 400. Elon posted about this earlier today. There's technically 422 satellites, which is so funny because today is 422. But he said he's going to be intentionally deorbiting 2 of them so that there'll be like a perfect 420. I think he really attaches to the number 420, which is hilarious. Hi from Mars. What's up, Connor? You're in Mars? That's cool, man. I'm going to turn up this music again, because it's always good to have a little synth wave when talking through all this. So yeah, hit me up. Let me know where you guys are from. There you go. That's funny, Connor. I'm not sharing my screen yet. Okay, so drone ship landing, fairing catch. This is what's going to happen. So how's everyone doing? Still waiting on SpaceX to go live here to cover this. Let me know where everyone's from here. I'm going to throw up some... My monitor's way over here too, by the way, so that's unfortunate, but it's okay. Do you guys want to see a really fun emote? This is just straight up troll time now. This is a fun one. And on YouTube, it's just going to say Big Elon, but it should show up on the screen. Gotta have Elon dancing in order to be happy. Dude, so yeah, 420 is actually, I guess considerably, it is now the Elon Musk holiday. So 420 is like everything now. It's Hitler's birthday, National Marijuana Day, Earth Day comes 2 days after. Elon Musk was born 69 days after 420. So he celebrates 420, I don't know, I guess just interpersonally, but a bunch of people on Twitter were saying like, happy birthday, Elon, or sorry, not happy birthday. They were saying like, hey, Elon Musk, like it's Elon Musk's day. We appreciate you and everything. And I was just like, all right, I guess this is a holiday. I guess there's an Elon Musk day. That's probably been around for a while now. So let me throw up, well, I'm not going to throw up the Space Cast until we're live here, but I did want to show you guys something. Hold on. And let me know how the stream is going. I'm not getting any feedback on if the stream is cutting out or not on either YouTube or Twitch. But you let me know. Y'all let me know. I'm just waiting, still waiting here. Sorry, I'm gonna check one thing. Oh my gosh, YouTube's pissing me off. Not in a bad way. It's like, why is it throwing up? Y'all let me know. Yeah, so I'm using a new service to stream on both Twitter or YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, I don't know. It keeps deleting my YouTube stream because I had like a, you know, I'll put the thumbnail up for it later. It's all good. Well, let me try and fix that right now because the thumbnail's making me really mad. We can do 1080 on YouTube. All right, that's all good. Sorry guys, just checking out some things. SpaceX is they'll be live in 1 minute. Yeah, they'll be live in 1 minute. Just want to edit this video. I need to put the right thumbnail up so that people aren't like, yo. It's just like a still of my face. Thumbnail. Yeah, upload thumbnail. Yeah, so what happened was I set up this stream to stream on both, and it deleted my original YouTube. Yeah, I should add some tags too. It deleted my original YouTube thumbnail and all this stuff, like all my description. I had to put the description in twice. Just adding some hashtags here. 1 second. SpaceX live now. We'll just go ahead and play this SpaceX music. I found this artist on SpaceX, or on, I found this artist on YouTube Music that plays on the SpaceX background. I'll play him in a minute. He's kind of cool. All right, guys. It's launch day, my dudes. Let's turn that down a little bit. Let me know where you guys are at. Whoever is watching here. All right, I guess that's good. Okay. Go ahead and switch over here. I have a lot going on my PC. So I hope everyone's having a good, quarantine, staying at home, learning as much as you can, doing your hobbies. I'm working on some videos. I'm working on some music. I'm working on a lot. And I'm also, a full-time father and a full-time employee. So, there's a lot to do. But I appreciate everyone for checking out the channel thus far. Space Meme Review 4 did much better than the previous 3. So I'm very happy about that and, grateful for all the attention and comments. And Space Meme Review 5 will be on its way. So thanks for everyone for checking this out. There you go. That looks much better. YouTube, you little hoser, you. There you go. That looks much better. You know what's so funny is like, I must be clipping mad. It must be so funny, man, that today's Earth Day, SpaceX is launching its 422nd satellite up into orbit, or, their satellites. And, it's Earth Day. And I got my Celestial Buddy back here, too. You guys can say hi to Celestial Buddy, my Falcon Heavy. Let me know, and I got the new studio set up too, so I'm really liking the way that things are going here. Just have to figure out the stream flow. Because I'm doing it manually. I don't have any like remotes or switches or anything like that. I'm doing this all by mouse. So. All right, SpaceX is going at it, guys. Go full screen. And they're probably already prop loading right now, so they'll switch over and it'll be loading over or loading up, venting, and it looks like we're good to go, man. I'm so excited for this. I really want to see if they catch if they catch these fairings. That's gonna be unreal. Unreal.
Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, April 22nd, and you are looking at a live view of Falcon 9 as it awaits its 3:31 p.m. Eastern Time launch.
Checking some more things out.
Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Hello from SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. My name is Lauren Lyons, and I'm an engineer on the Starlink team here at SpaceX, and you are watching a live webcast for our 7th Starlink mission and our 7th mission this year. To date, we've launched over 360 Starlink satellites to orbit, and as a reminder, Starlink is a constellation of satellites that can provide high-speed, low-latency...
Alexa just told us that.
...particularly in remote areas where connectivity is limited or completely...
Alexa? Oh my gosh. She picks up to Lexa, not Alexa. Hey, Alexa, your name's Alexa, not Lexa. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're prop loading.
And the January 2020 launch of the Starlink mission. Just like our first stages, we are also starting to reuse...
Realized the audio wasn't up.
Today we are flying a reuse fairing, which previously flew on the Amos 17 mission last year. I mentioned that this booster flew on Crew Dragon's first demonstration mission to the space station, and if you follow SpaceX, you know the date for our second demo mission is May 27th. It'll be a historic mission launching American astronauts from U.S. soil to the International Space Station for the first time since 2011, and we'll touch on that more later on in the broadcast. If for any reason there is a hold on the countdown today,
I'm so happy they're
backup launch window opportunity.
They're in operation here, because even with the world pandemic.
So with that, all systems are go for an on-time liftoff this evening. Now, you may recall during our last Starlink mission, there was an early engine shutdown on Falcon 9's first stage during ascent. The Falcon 9 booster safely completed its mission as it was designed to in the event of an engine shutdown and delivered the satellites to their intended orbit. Since then, our engineers determined that the issue stemmed from a small amount of isopropyl alcohol, which is a cleaning fluid, that became trapped inside of a sensor dead leg, or an area where it couldn't flow through, and then it ignited. We did not perform that cleaning process on the rocket supporting today's mission, and all 9 Merlin engines, which were test fired on the pad just last week, are looking healthy ahead of flight.
Yeah, they had to address that engine that, you know,
prior to today's launch, the
went
vehicle
boom.
was housed in our hangar at Launch Complex 39A until about 24 hours ago when the rocket, along with the Starlink payload, was rolled out to the pad and raised vertical.
You notice how they didn't paint
the bottom 2/3 of the vehicle that you can see there, that is the first stage.
They didn't paint the fairing with the
soot
SpaceX
markings
logo.
left over from its last flight.
I need 1080. What's going on? Come on, I need 1080. Ah, yes.
Today we'll be
Yes.
attempting to recover the first stage.
Yes, good emotes. Thank you. Thank you, Connor.
Which you can see there.
Lighting it up.
And it's
I love it,
stationed
dude.
about 350 nautical miles northeast.
I'll let
of
anyone just throw as many emotes as they want up there.
Above the first stage is the second stage, which has a
Baby
single
Yoda.
Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine, which ignites after the first stage separates.
No, that
The
didn't
second
work.
stage is what will carry the Starlink satellites into an elliptical orbit above the Earth's surface. From there, they'll use their propulsion systems
you have to buy those.
up to their operational
to buy those
altitude
modes.
of 550 kilometers. Falcon 9 began loading propellants at T-minus 35 minutes. And as a reminder, we use a rocket-grade kerosene, or RP1, as our fuel, and super chilled liquid oxygen, or LOX, as our oxidizer to power the Falcon 9. Currently, RP1 and LOX are nearly fully loaded on both stages.
Those are
and LOX
great.
will continue to
I
top
love
off
those.
right up
Good job,
until the
Connor.
last minute of the countdown.
That's what's up, dude. SpaceX
stack of
time.
60
Time to
Starlink
launch some
satellites is
launches.
safely enclosed
Watch some
inside of the
rockets.
17-foot
Launch some
diameter
launches.
payload fairing, which you can see there. That
I keep
point cone
clipping.
at the
I wonder
very
why.
top of the rocket. This protects the satellites from aerothermal
Premium
heat,
emotes, dude. You have
aerodynamic
premium?
loads,
That's dope.
and contamination during ascent.
That's cool.
Once we reach the
I don't
vacuum
have
of
premium and I
space, we
stream
will
every day.
jettison the fairing as
Like,
the
what-
second stage
I don't know what I'm doing.
continues on its journey to orbit.
Just waiting till it's worth it,
We
honestly.
won't be attempting to catch the fairing halves in our nets today, as our boat and fairing software are undergoing upgrades. But weather permitting, we will try to recover them from the water using our recovery ships Miss Tree and Miss Chief. And there's a live view from one of those ships. So as you can see, the water is looking a little rough, so stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if you've been tracking the lead up to
gonna be
today's
hard.
launch, you know that the weather has been a watch item for the last several days, with tornado warnings moving through the area. Our
Tornadoes
rocket
in
and payload,
Florida?
however,
Are
were
you
in the
kidding?
hangar as the storm passed, so we didn't see any adverse impacts as a result of that weather. And today, it's looking like a beautiful day for a launch. So with that, the vehicles, satellites, weather, and range are all looking good for an on-time liftoff just a few minutes from now.
Nice. Okay, that rumble. Okay. I was like, there's a rumble, and I don't know where it's coming from.
As I mentioned at the top of the webcast, SpaceX and
It's
NASA
their
are now
audio.
targeting May
Sorry.
27 for Falcon 9's launch of Crew Dragon's second demonstration mission, or Demo 2 as we like to call it.
I'm so
This will be
excited.
the first time that a commercially built spacecraft will launch people to the space station, and the first time in nearly 10 years that the U.S. has launched astronauts into space from U.S. soil. Demo 2 is an end-to-end flight test from launch to docking to splashdown, and it is the final major milestone for SpaceX's human spaceflight system
5
to be
minutes.
certified for NASA for operational crew missions to and from the International Space Station. Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley will be the first two NASA astronauts to fly aboard Crew Dragon after completing countless hours of training.
I'm gonna
both
fix
at
my
SpaceX
lights.
and at NASA's training facilities. Both
There
the
you go.
spacecraft
That'll be
and
better.
the launch vehicle are at the Cape and undergoing preparations. And as you may have seen on social, Falcon 9 is getting a special paint job for the Demo 2 mission.
We saw
That's right. NASA has brought back the famous worm
the
logo.
worm.
As you can see the logo painted on the Demo 2 Falcon 9 booster in this picture. The worm was brought back to mark the return of human spaceflight on American rockets from American soil with the Demo 2 mission. Once Demo 2 is complete and the SpaceX and NASA teams have reviewed all the data for certification, NASA astronauts Victor Glover, Mike Hopkins, Shannon Walker, and Jackson astronaut Soichi Naguchi have been assigned to fly on Dragon's first 6-month operational mission, which we are calling Crew 1 and are targeting for later this year.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing
So
two.
we are just currently just over 4 minutes away from liftoff, and Falcon 9
Two
is
astronaut
moving into
launches.
the final stages of the countdown. The
Things are
first and
ramping up
second
this year,
stages
that's
are
for sure.
nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen.
4 minutes to go.
It's a clear, beautiful, gorgeous day out there. The first stage should
Good.
finish properly.
I'm happy
at
they pushed the launch
T-3
for
minutes,
back.
And the second stage
I'm
at
happy they
T-2 minutes. And as I mentioned earlier,
would it be forward or back?
liquid oxygen is going to continue to top off. Stage at T-2 minutes. And as I mentioned earlier, liquid oxygen is going to continue to top off.
Well, I need to go live. There
That
you go.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
And those
That means
cables
that
you
the
see coming
rocket's
off the tower,
autonomous internal flight
those cables you see coming off the tower are actually astronaut escape cables. There's a little pod that slides down if there's any anomaly or retracting issue or whatever. I mean, like anything that happens that is not nominal for the DM2 flight, they're gonna have to escape from that tower as soon as possible. So they were just testing that out, and I'm sure you guys already saw their training photos. Yeah, Bob Behnken, Doug Hurley, you guys are almost there, man. Almost to the ISS. It's gonna be a beautiful visit. A lot of astronauts are getting really stoked because SpaceX is making it now very, very readily available with Dragon 2. So we're excited, man. We're stoked. That audio, there's like a noise gate, and you can kind of hear the venting, but it kind of cuts out every once in a while. But anyways, what you're seeing there is condensation as the super chilled RP1 and liquid oxygen is on the fully fueled on the tank, and the outer walls of the tank are so cold that it freezes the surrounding air. So it looks like dry ice. You can see the black strip of, it looks like burn, where kind of like right above the landing legs, there's a black strip there. This is a weird phenomenon with the liquid oxygen tank and the soot that actually attaches to the side of the rocket as it comes back down. But here we are, man, going for landing number 4. I don't know if SpaceX didn't land. I don't know if they didn't land the 4th time. What was the one where they had to divert the last Starlink launch? Was that the 5th landing or 4th? I think it was. Oh, it's been so long. Something leaking out of there on the bottom left. You see that falling down out of that water tower? What is that? So we got 1 minute to go. And it's happening, guys. Let's do it. I'm excited. A lot of people are hopping around. Most people are watching the SpaceX stream, Everyday Astronaut, Space Eccentric, or What About It. But if anyone's here joining and happen to stumble across, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being around. I'm Bradley with Mars Meditation, preparing the human consciousness for a better multiplanetary lifestyle. Let's disrupt some telecom networks. Let's go for it. 38 seconds. And let's land this boy on the drone ship, too.
Seconds.
It's happening.
T-minus 15 seconds.
And I understand I'm probably like a minute lag time,
10,
but I'm live.
9,
I'm here.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Thank
1,
you.
0. Ignition.
No hold. Still going. Good. Everything's perfect.
Falcon 9 switching down.
Oh my gosh, it's not fully live. What's going on?
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
What the hell? The thing's roaring into space. Finally, a launch. Gosh, we needed this, man. Everyone's just been like stuck at home in limbo. 4th flight of this booster. Absolutely raging through the atmosphere. That's camera shake. Don't worry about that. It looks like the Falcon's wobbling, but that's just camera shake.
Moments ago, we throttled the engines down and we'll throttle
Where's the
back
onboard
up
cameras?
in a second for preparation for max Q.
So it's just passing max Q. When you're in Florida watching this,
Max
it
Q
is
stands for
unreal.
maximum
It's so
aerodynamic
crazy
pressure, which are the highest stresses
how
that the
quickly
vehicle
these
will see
rockets
during
go
ascent.
out and into space. It's like 2 minutes and you can't see it anymore. It's that quick. So there's max Q. Past the point of maximum pressure on the vehicle's body.
Now, coming
Now
up in about a minute, we will have 3 events happening.
pass
back
over to
back.
100%
First
throttle.
is main engine cutoff, or MECO. This is where all 9 M1D engines will shut off to slow the vehicle down in preparation for the second event, which is stage separation. This is where the second stage will separate from the first stage, with stage 1 making its way back down to Earth for landing, and stage 2 kicking off that third event that I mentioned, which is SES1, or
The back
second
engine
engine start 1. This is where the MVAC engine will light up and
Yeah,
propel the
dancing
second stage
Elons.
along with the Starlink satellites to orbit.
Why does it keep going off?
Expecting MECO to occur in
weird.
about 30 seconds.
I got a couple seconds off in the live stream. And it's crazy how those fairings just get lunged up to the upper atmosphere, and then they have to like find their way down. But it's really beautiful how they truly curve, like they use their leeward side as the leeward wind, and it comes down in that perfect bowl shape, and then it deploys its what do you call those parachutes? Paraglider chutes. Okay, there's MECO.
MECO.
No onboard cameras this time, except for right here.
Successful MECO. Successful stage step. And it appears we have reignited or ignited that second stage engine for SES-1.
I wish it was reignited. I wish it was reused. Second stage.
Now we're just a few
There's the
seconds
onboard
from fairing
camera.
deploy. Again, this fairing has flown before.
Look how
on
far
a
away.
previous mission.
628 kilometers downrange. Here we go. SpaceX hasn't had the best luck with landing past two
Fins are
launches.
opening up,
Fairing separation confirmed.
Confirmed. Good.
and we have fairing separation.
Bye-bye,
We
fairings.
have successfully reused this fairing.
Nice.
Now those halves are making their way back down to the sea, where hopefully we can scoop them up.
Yeah. Please scoop them up. Well, don't scoop them out of the sea. Like, catch them in a net, maybe.
So on the left side of your screen, you have stage
Maybe.
1, which is making its way down to the drone ship.
That's
And on the right,
ice.
you have stage 2. That
You're not- those
impact
aren't
engine
aliens, no
burning
UFO.
with 250,000
It's just ice on the left side.
pounds of thrust.
Take these
The
guys to
fins appear
Leo.
to be fully deployed at this point. Now, while stage 2 continues on with the primary mission, stage 1's got its own plans. It's going to execute 2 burns prior to landing. The first is the entry burn. That's where we will reignite 3 of the M1D engines, which will help slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. Shortly thereafter, we'll have a second burn, which we call the landing burn. This is a single engine burn that brings the vehicle's velocity down rapidly in order to land safely on the drone ship. At the same time, during that burn, you'll see the landing legs that are currently folded up along the side of the rocket are going to deploy.
See that right there? That's the bad luck. That's the bad luck ice
In
ice
fact,
fall
it's
off.
looking good right
We
now.
every time we see that, we get a little concerned.
It looks a little
but
overexposed
it's normal.
on that image there, but we can still see the plume coming out, and we're still hearing good data.
I don't know what happened to their camera on that other one. Yeah. Seeing ice on this booster is normal, but
So while we're
sometimes
2
it's not.
minutes away
Stage
from
2 is
entry
on
burn.
We just don't know.
Just a note on these Starlink satellites, these 60 will be joining the constellation that's already on orbit. As we mentioned, we've launched more than 360 satellites. And again, these are to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people down on that globe that you see on the right side of your screen.
Crazy.
The MVAC engine on stage 2 is at full power and on a nominal trajectory.
I can't wait for Raptor MVACs to come out. It's going to be so cool to see those. How those bells are going to look. They're probably just going to be just widened versions of the regular
Now, as
Raptor.
stage 1 is making its
Widened
way
and taller.
down. Again, there are no engines burning while it's doing this. It's basically coasting using the grid fins to steer, and you can see those white puffs occasionally. That's cold
RCS?
nitrogen gas that is being used for attitude control, part of our ACS system or attitude control system.
Thought it was RCS. I guess maybe RCS must be related to satellites, and then ACS must be for boosters. I don't know. That's interesting. Attitude control. Yo, friends, let me know where you're at. Let me know where you're checking it out from, and thank you for checking it out. Thank you for being here live with me to check out this launch. Did I say check out 3 times? Well, check please.
Okay, that entry burn should be coming up here in about 15 seconds.
So stoked, man.
Meanwhile, stage 2 continues on as planned.
I'm going to be tracking these satellites on my Starlink tracker app, and I'm going to see if they pass over Denver anytime soon. Because it's a good time to see them live in the night sky right after sunset or right before sunrise.
Stage 1 entry burn.
There's entry burn. You can see them pretty
Stage 1 FTS is
pretty
safe.
well.
This
And
burn goes for about 20 seconds.
there's an app that'll tell you. It'll tell you exactly
4 engines burning at once.
where they are
Continues
based on
follow
your
along
location.
delivery.
So, highly recommend tracking Starlink
Stage
6.
1 entry burn shutdown.
That looks good.
All right, successful shutdown of that entry
Good.
burn. Meanwhile, stage 2
That's awesome.
is looking great.
The satellites are going to be very grouped together for the first couple of weeks, and when they pass by, it's just going to be this like train of satellites. I'm sure you've seen it all on the web before, but seeing it in person is crazy because they are zooming past. It's pretty
All right,
unreal.
full screen shine here.
That's bright. It makes it look
There we go.
intense.
Now this burn on stage 2 is going to continue up until you hear the call out of SECO 1, or second engine cutoff 1. You're going to hear that pretty quickly after landing.
Stage 1, entry transonic.
All right, MVAC D is beginning to throttle down, getting ready for that second engine cutoff.
Stage 1, landing burn, startup.
Entering terminal guidance.
Please work.
All
Why-
right, that landing
some
burn is
water
started. Let's see
splash.
if we can see the plume in the view from the drone ship.
Wow, here we go, guys. Oh my gosh, 2 people watching me watch this land. Let's do this.
Stage 1, landing leg deploy.
Okay.
HTFTS is safe.
I get so nervous. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I made it. All right.
Cheers.
It's
We
good to
have a
go.
rocket. Awesome. This is the 4th landing for this booster.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
And as you can hear, everybody here is
There you go.
super stoked to
A little
see it there.
delayed
Great.
clap.
Gorgeous day. Gorgeous
That's cool.
rocket.
Oh, they had a picture of the hold on.
All right. And we
Hold on. I needed to see that.
to see it there. It's great. Gorgeous day.
There you go. There's your composite over at pressure vessels, hydrogen pushing in, and there's the fuel at the bottom of the tank right there. Just a little bit of fuel left. Isn't that crazy? That's an onboard camera of the liquid oxygen tank. That's really awesome that they show that. Actually, no, this is second stage because there's no, sorry, that's definitely second stage because there's little floaties. It's in 0G.
Gorgeous rocket.
Okay, gorgeous rocket. Okay. Woo! We did it, guys. Holy moly, it nailed that landing. And fairings to come next. We're almost there, man. Holy crap, it did it. It did it. 50-second landing. 4th landing of a booster. Let's find out, actually. I wish somebody could just tell me if that booster landing was that on the last Starlink launch. I want to know if that one is was the 5th attempt or not. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, they're getting there, and four reuses is quite unreal at this point in time. So they went far. They went towards the poles there. They went pretty far up northeast, which is great. That's why it takes the drone ship 3 days, because it literally has to boat. It has to pull up all the way to, looks like North Carolina area. You know what I mean? So it takes quite some time to get out to 628 kilometers downrange just to catch a rocket, and then it takes a couple days to get back. So reuse is going to be like, for Falcon 9, this is just going to be the way it is for a while. However, Boca Chica, Texas is going to be a whole nother thing with starships landing back at the site and being rapidly reused in a day or so. So that's the goal with Starship is rapid reuse throughout the day. But as a workhorse for Falcon 9, for doing this every like Starlink was planned this year for like every 2 weeks. But obviously the world is changing, and we don't have these launches happening so sequentially like that. So we are just kind of getting the updates we can. As far as other rocket launches go, there's not a lot going on. So it's really exciting to see this again, sit down and watch these launches. We're halfway through to satellite deployment. They're going to spin the second stage. They don't do another burn. They let the second stage go until it reaches parking orbit. And then they just spin it and let them go, because the satellites from there can use their ion thrusters to correct their own orbits. So, and oh boy, do they have a journey correcting their own orbit. So yeah, Elon Musk is deorbiting 2 satellites today or sometime in the future, so that there's a solid 420 SpaceX satellites up into orbit right now. 360 of them are if 360 of them, or 350 of them, of which are production. The other 60 are non-production. They're just like a test batch that are still up there. I think with the test batch, they will most likely utilize them to their fullest capacity, and then slowly retire them and deorbit them once there's like a good amount of production batch satellites out there providing an internet for the other 3 billion, they call it. So I read a lot about Starlink yesterday and the whole idea of it. It was actually an idea spawned up from someone at Google, and someone at Google actually had quite interesting conversations with Elon Musk regarding an internet constellation service. And have you heard of the telecommunications company OneWeb? Yeah, that's from what's his name? Hold on, I was just on it. I forgot his name. It's who was it? Hotz? Is that his name? No, it's not Hotz. Weiler. Yeah. Jeffrey Weiler. No. Greg Weiler from Google came up with this idea first, and Google wanted to make the Starlink satellites, which they did not. It ended up being Elon with his own company, obviously SpaceX, and this whole private thing. They have an office in Washington where they produce these satellites. But OneWeb and what is it? OneWeb and is it Amos or no? It's not. It wasn't Amos. What's the other satellite constellation? Iridium, the Iridium satellite constellation. They're slowly losing money fast, and once this is all figured out, Starlink, it is pretty much game over. So this is complete disruption. Let's go into deployment. And we'll find out if fairings come later. But yeah, again, this was originally Google's idea. SpaceX ended up being the pioneer for this.
Confirmed.
Okay, deployment confirmed.
Okay, we just heard the call out for payload deploy. Now, as
Spill
the
coffee on my
satellites
shirt.
begin to separate over time, they're going to open up their solar array.
There they
and
are.
Over the next, there they go.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's those 60 Starlink satellites.
I don't see any black foam.
Cool glow around them. Wow.
Elon said something about
Now,
light suppression
Shortly,
on these.
after, as I was saying,
Dang,
just coming up
guys.
in the next, few hours or so, we're going to see the solar arrays deploy. And over the next days and weeks, the satellites will begin to
crazy.
distance themselves away from one another.
Yeah, they
and
bump
use
into
their
each other, but
onboard
it's
ion
okay.
thrusters to make their way to their operational orbit.
So
of
those phased arrays are
550
already pointing
kilometers.
down. So the only thing that
image just
deploys is
always so
the...
beautiful and catches me each time.
That is great.
Now, with that, it brings our webcast to a close. We'd like to thank the 45th Space Wing for providing range safety today and the FAA for licensing
That was
today's
so
launch.
cool that they
You
launched
can
from
follow our website and
LC-39A.
social media
They haven't done
platforms
that in
for
a while with the
updates on our
Starlink
next
launch.
missions and milestones.
The last couple
So
Starlinks
until
have been
next time,
from...
Be well, and we'll see you next launch.
Thank you. Yeah, the last couple launches were at... we're not at the right... or not at LC-39A. They were at the other pad. So that's fun, guys. So there we go. That booster has survived, and we're gonna see it fly hopefully a 5th time on the Starlink 7th launch. We hope. I think it'd be really cool to turn that around on Starlink 7. Yeah. So another, well, not really an update right now, but in Boca Chica, Texas, we are just awaiting them to roll out SN4, and excuse me. It's currently still in the vertical assembly building. Last we saw of SN4, they were installing. Well, I mean, I can't even list out the amount of things they're doing different from SN3 to SN4. They look pretty similar, but one thing that's for sure is that they're starting to test out their heat shield technology on SN4. And so they installed some hexogrids of their new heat shields, and so that's kind of like the giveaway that SN4 will fly after it passes pressure testing. Road closure started yesterday, but they actually aren't, they're not rolling out SN4 quite yet. It should have been on the launch pad, and they have some extra work to do on the launch pad as well. So I don't know, maybe they'll just throw it on the launch pad and just plug, hook her up and go for the tests, because they already have everything configured. But it looks as if it's a really windy day in Boca Chica right now. How fast is the wind going? Let's see. I don't think it'll tell us. Yeah, but 60 Starlink satellites are now up in LEO. So excited. Go to findstarlink.com to track these satellites. Put in your coordinates, or it'll automatically let you know your coordinates. And go ahead and track those Starlink satellites live, because you can see that most likely from your area. If you're not in a very high light pollution dense area, you should be able to see them after a little bit after sunset and right after sunrise as well. Because that's when the array, the phased array, that's when the solar panels are going to be shining from the sunlight and back down to earth, and they'll be making quite a bright light. So, and I saw 60 of them with my buddy not a couple weeks ago. We were just sitting outside and we were tracking them, and we counted, we saw all 60 of them, and they actually open up within kind of a small window in the sky too. So it's not like you can see them from horizon to horizon. They only show when the sunlight truly reflects down back to earth. So yeah, check that out, Starlink tracker. And next launch we have is actually, I think it's planned for, I'm gonna check my Pocket Rocket app. Please check out Pocket Rocket as well. It's a really cool app. It's $3.99 on the App Store. So we have SAOCOM 1B, SmallSat Rideshare 1 in about 8 days. So we have that. We should have Starlink 7 by the end of... Maybe we'll have Starlink 7 by the end of April, which would be really, really cool to see. And then... we have our Demo 2 mission on May 27th. We have an official launch date to loop those boys up into orbit. So we're excited for that, man. And things can't get better. I mean, I wake up every morning so excited for this stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot going on with SpaceX, and I can't get over the progress down in Boca Chica. They're working their booties off, and they're mission critical during this epidemic. So. Pandemic, sorry. So for those of you who came and checked this out live, I really appreciate it. I have to go get some stuff done, other stuff. And again, check out my recent Space Meme Review 4. Space Meme Review 5 is going to be coming shortly, as well as another little secret video that I'm working on. It's going to be called Mars Goes to Mars, and it's mainly going to be kind of like a music video. No, I know you guys don't like listening to me talk anyway, so it's just going to be a music video that I'm making. It'll be on both channels, Mars Meditation and Mars Meditation Music, and yeah, I mean, fun things to do. I was happy to check out this live stream with all of you, and looks like everything was successful. I really wish they wouldn't end the webcast and we can catch them. We could see them catch the fairings, but we will have to actually just check up on Twitter and see how things are going. 50-second landing, 4-3 flight, and yeah, we'll have to find out here. But let me give you guys some more emotes. Big dancing. And we'll call it with Elon dancing here in China, in Shanghai. Super dope. A lot going on in the world. A lot to focus on. With pandemics, innovation excels. Just remember that. With pandemics and epidemics and depressions, technology and innovation always excels. Is what we've seen. Moore's law continues. You know what I mean? So things like SpaceX and all these mission critical things are very important for us to just understand that we do have a mission as human species to become spacefaring and to join join forces on other planets in a sense. I mean, Mars is going to be, it's going to happen in the next 5 years, and it's going to really change the perspective. To be able to live and breathe on Mars is going to really change the perspective of our place on the Earth, how we can protect ourselves, how we can reduce these things from happening, these very awful pandemics, and just to make the human mindset overall just very hive-minded, singular. At this point I'm just rambling, so I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. That was like a really quick launch, and I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna end it so I can take care of some chores and wake up the kid. I hope you guys had a good time checking me out. Wherever you are in the world, enjoy the lockdown. Enjoy being at home. Try to get things done. Do not go out and put anyone in danger. Please be safe. Please be courteous to those around you and the old folk as well. And, make sure you're doing your part, because we will get there. And, this whole thing, this mess has honestly caused kind of a disruption in the space industry. Not a lot is going on. I mean, SpaceX is like truly the underdogs, and they're truly getting a lot done here. And these missions are critical. So I'm so happy they got Starlink up today. And I'm happy that you guys checked this out with me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy. Go outside. Enjoy the sunlight. It's summertime in the North America region. So, yeah. Enjoy the sun. Be happy, and don't get cabin fever. Cabin fever is just a feeling in the mind. It's not a true sickness. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I've been Bradley with Mars Meditation, preparing the human consciousness for a better multiplanetary lifestyle. And you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.